Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode series on NHL 22. Now in this episode we're going to be headed into the 2024-25 season, our third year with the Canadiens. Again, I like the way our team is looking so far. I like the outlook that we have already. We got our core pieces in check for a decent amount of time into the future. So the team's looking better and better. Headed into just our third season, there's a lot of work left to be done. But there's also a lot of possibilities, so I'm excited to see where this team can go. And as always, guys, if you enjoy this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. The support helps me out a ton. So here we go. Let's head right into the 2024-25 season. Enjoy. Alright guys, so headed into the 2024-25 season here. As you can see, we went 3-4 in the preseason. Obviously not the best start, but again, I can't put much stock into what happens in the preseason and translate it into what will happen in the regular season. I just want to show you our lines headed into the new year. Our first line is really, really good. Caulfield and Suzuki, both 92s there. Josh Anderson, 30 years old, still an 89, so he's playing very well for us. Second line here, we have Braden Yeager playing for us now. He's already an 81. He's only 19 years old. Dude is looking really, really good. He's got those X Factor abilities, and we got him for 3 years, obviously, on his ELC. Drew in there, 86, playing quite well. Third line looking very solid here. We got Morgan Frost, who's in 84. We got him for 3 years. Very cheap contract there. He's still got room to grow. In this fourth line here, looking very, very nice. Michael Bunting there, 85 stick checking. Pretty decent awareness. Great shot, though, on him. We got him for 2 seasons here. And Dvorak, obviously, being an 85 down on the fourth line, he's going to be great for us. Defensive pairs look very solid as well. We got Romanov and Ferentz there on the first pairing. Sanheim and Barron. Barron's kind of insane. He's 82, 22 years old. He's got all these superstar abilities, and we got him for 2 years, 2 more years. Brought him up from the AHL this season. Same with Jaden Struble, 82 overall and 23 years old. Looking quite good. Good defensive stats, 89 defensive awareness. That's great to see. And then we also have another young defenseman, Jordan Harris, 23 years old and an 82. So our defense honestly looks pretty solid this year. And then we got Primo as our starter, 84 overall, with Georgiev backing him up. So I like the looks of our NHL team. And we'll just look at our AHL team here. Logan Malou here, 81 overall, only 21. We drafted him in the first round of 2021, so, he's looking pretty good, honestly. Kaden Gooley here, up to an 80. And then our third pairing looks pretty solid. Up on our offense, we have Rutger McGroarty here, 20 years old, 77. He'll probably end up making the team next season. And then we also have Joshua Roy here, who's an 80 overall and 21, so he will likely be making the team next season as well. And also Bobby Brink here, 23 years old, 79 overall. Looks pretty good for us. So I like the looks of our AHL team this season. And then obviously with Blomqvist and Dobes, both 79 overalls, but Blomqvist is 2 years younger. So he's developing quite nicely for us. Probably will be our backup next season. But either way, I really like the way our team looks this season. Only a few seasons into a rebuild here. We've made the playoffs last year, so that was good for us. And we're going to jump right into the season here, sim up to the new year, January 1st, 2025, and see how we do then. Alright guys, so headed into the new year, January 1st, 2025, with a record of 19, 14, and 2. Obviously not doing too great. However, we're only 3 points out of a wildcard spot as of now. You can see the Metro Division not doing too hot. If we're in the Metro Division, we'd be in 3rd place there. So interesting to see how these teams are doing around the league here. Could be doing better. Caulfield, they're killing it, 43 points in 35 games. Take a look at our AHL team. They're playing extremely well, 25, 9, and 1. That is good for first in their division, or tied for first in their division. But we're hoping that our NHL team can do a bit better. We're going to head up to the trade deadline. I believe, if I'm going to trade anyone, it might be Drouin or Gallagher. We'll we'll play it by ear and see what happens. But overall, you know, we got some guys who are playing well, but we'll see what happens, and we'll head up into the trade deadline here. So we're gonna head into the trade deadline here. We're not doing too hot. I forgot to show our record, but we're like 30 something, 26 and like 4, I believe. So the thing I want to do here is I actually want to see how our goalies are doing. There we go, 30, 27 and 3. I don't think our goalies have been playing that well at all. We got Primo here. Yeah, I mean, he's just not playing well, man. Got him playing 50 games. Georgia's doing a lot. Oh, we got a trade here. So Vancouver wants to give us Dermott. I'm going to decline that. I actually think our defense core is pretty good here. I mean, Georgiev, they're actually playing decently well. 2.73 goals against average, whereas Primo has a 3.1. Like, that's just not good enough. I mean, 25-84 overall. He should definitely be playing better. Georgiev is 2 overall lower, and he's playing, you know, a lot better, actually. A difference between goals against average there. See, Blomqvist playing very, very well there. Good numbers there. Dobes, oh, wow, very impressive. Only played 2 games, though, but good starts for him. I feel like I may try to trade Primo here, guys. We'll see what we can do. Guys, look at this trade Anaheim just sent us. They want to give us their round 1 pick this season, along with a round 4 in 2026 in exchange for Adard and Drouin. You know, Drouin is an 86. I mean, you'd like to see him be playing a bit better. We'll have him for 1 more year. He's probably going to want more money, to be quite honest. We get an extra first-round pick. Adard here is just in the AHL. I mean, he's 25 and 79. Like, he's not going to go... You know, he's not going to develop much more. I kind of like this trade. The Ducks there, 38 and 20. So, like, you know, they're doing decently well, but not good enough, in my opinion, that their first-round pick would be, like, the last one. I like this trade. I think I'm going to accept this. Okay, so the trade deadline has passed. We'll just go take a look through and see what happens. As you can see here, that we did end up trading Caden Primo to the Blackhawks. That's the second goalie we've sent to that team. We sent Carey Price over at the beginning of last season. We also sent a 4th rounder in exchange for a 2nd round pick this year. I actually quite like that trade. You look around the league here, Zach Whitecloud going to Winnipeg along with William Karlsson. And Vegas gets Jake DeBrusk from Seattle. And Seattle gets Pietrangelo in exchange here. Ryan Lindgren going to Toronto. There's our trade to Anaheim. We get a 1st and a 4th in 2026. I actually like that trade. Free up some cap space. And we got some guys we can substitute into Drouin's spot. San Jose trading Jonathan Toews and Nick Jensen to Buffalo. They get a 1st round pick in exchange and Jeff Skinner. Wow. They made out big there. Tampa getting Tom Wilson. Jaden Schwartz going to New York in exchange for Erik Karlsson. Wow. 1-to-1, pretty big trade there. Dylan Strome and Tyler Johnson going to Pittsburgh. Travis Dermott to Calgary there. Nick Schmaltz headed to Minnesota. Linus Ullmark going to Edmonton. Zach Hyman going to Boston. And then Tyler Toffoli headed off to Boston as well. So a pretty active trade deadline. Overall, I do like our trades. Primo wasn't playing well at all. You know, being 25 years old and 84 overall, I feel like he could definitely, you know, he should have been playing a lot better. You know, 3.1 goals against average is just not acceptable. And yeah, there's that pick. That's a big trade there. And then as you can see, our record here, 30, 27, and 3. We're actually last in the Atlantic. Just not playing well at all. And, you know, I'm being a goalie myself, I'm very sympathetic to goalies, but yeah, Primo just not getting the job done at all for us. I had high hopes for him. He didn't deliver. We'll roll with Georgiev, call up Blomqvist to be the backup, get him more experience, and we will roll on to the end of the regular season, guys, and see how we do then. Alright guys, so to finish the season, we finished with a record of 43, 34, and 5. We did not make the playoffs, which kind of sucks. We're only 5 points back. I mean, like, you know, we started picking it up a little bit at the end of the season, but too little too late, so disappointing year for us. Still over 500 though. Look at the stats. Top line playing quite well, you know, Caulfield and Suzuki popping off as expected. Brendan Yeager there, 47 points. Honestly, not bad. Played quite well for us. He's up to an 82, so that's nice to see. Velarde, I mean, Frost playing well. Bunting down the fourth line there, playing pretty well. So our guys are doing what they needed to. Our defensemen, though, you know, look at the plus minus, like, not that great. Our top line, though, Romanov and Ference there, both positive on the plus minus, so good to see from them, and they're scoring a decent amount of goals for defensemen, 13 for Romanov, 10 for Ference. You know, so maybe look to see, you know, getting some new defensemen over the offseason, maybe bolster the bottom pairing a bit at the very least. And then you look at our goalies here. I mean, Georgiev started most of the games. He put up pretty decent numbers. Blomqvist there, you know, good save percentage, but letting in, you know, a little bit, you know, too many goals than we would like to see him do. But, you know, Georgiev played well. I mean, I can't blame him for that. As far as the entire league goes, we'll take a look for goalies. So Gibson put up 46 wins. Wow, good for him. And then we'll check the save percentage for a starter. Looks like Swayman there, .924. And then the goals against average, also Swayman. So he's probably going to be winning the Vezina. He's playing very, very well. And then let's look at defensemen here. As far as points go, Quinn Hughes putting up 86. Although Dahlin there, probably going to get the Norris because he had a plus 35. Or McAvoy there, you know, only a few points back, but a plus 59. Quinn Hughes there, even though he put up 86 points, he only had a plus 11. So yeah, probably Dahlin or McAvoy for the Norris. And then we'll look at our forwards here. Matthews, 112 points, absolutely killing it. And he'll also get the Maurice Richard there, 58 goals. Very good season for him. I mean, again, really disappointing year for us. Look at the rest of the standings there. Sabres, Bruins, Panthers, Senators, and Lightning making the playoffs from the Atlantic. And then the Penguins, Islanders, and Rangers making it for Metro. In the Pacific, we'll have the Ducks, Flames, Oilers, Canucks, and Golden Knights there. And then the Blackhawks, Avalanche, and Blues. Only 2 teams? Oh no. The Atlantic Division was stacked. Alright, so you got 7 teams with over 100 points or more. Atlantic Division was pretty stacked this season. But if you look, we had 91 points, so like, you know, it's not going to be good for us with the draft lottery. Like, we were like the worst team in the NHL this season, which really sucks. But again, having that kind of record looks pretty promising heading into the next season. We'll hope for the draft lottery to be on our side. We'll sim through the playoffs here and, you know, see who ends up winning the Stanley Cup this year. Alright guys, there you have it. The Buffalo Sabres are your Stanley Cup champions in 2025. Who would have thought? I mean, that's insane there. Go ahead and look how it all went down for them in the playoffs and their road to the Stanley Cup. Beat the Lightning in 7, Bruins in 6, Rangers in 7 before absolutely annihilating the Ducks in 5. So they had a tough matchups going into the Cup final, and then the Ducks got Vegas in 6, Oilers in 5, and the Blues in 6. I mean, that's an insane, absolutely insane playoff tree there. Take a look at the awards. Oh, it didn't update yet, so we'll just, usually takes it a couple days. Alright. Let's go back and look at the awards here. You're the Buffalo Sabres Stanley Cup champions. They also got the President's Trophy. That's pretty cool, actually, to see the same team winning the Stanley Cup. And then the conference awards. Matthews obviously gets the Art Ross. Kucherov with the Hart. McAvoy does end up winning the Norris. I think, what did I say? It had like a plus 58. That's actually insane. Point with the Lady Byng, Slavkovsky with the Calder, Dahlin with the Conn Smythe, Swayman with the Vezina, and the William Jennings. Unreal, back-to-back for both of those for him, so absolutely insane. Alexiak with the Bill Masterson, New York Islanders coach with the Jack Adams, Ryan O'Reilly back-to-back with the Selke, Kucherov, the Ted Lindsay, and Matthews. Oh my god, the last 5 seasons this man has won the Maurice Richard. He cannot be stopped. What a legend. So there you have it, guys. That's the 2024-25 season. Heartbreaker for us. You know, again, the fact that we're the best, worst team in the NHL kind of sucks. We'll go to the draft here. We'll see who retires and see what ends up happening. Alright, guys, so we have the 16th pick in the draft. I mean, not too terrible, but again, could have been better. Toronto, literally, what the heck? Went all the way from 16 to 6. That's just insane. But we can get a good solid pick out of this, guys. Alright, guys, just taking a look at the retired players. Patrice Bergeron ends up calling it quits. What a phenomenal career for him. Along with Jason Spezza there, Corey Perry, Jeff Carter, David Perron, and Dustin Brown among the most notable. Also see Zuccarello there calling it quits. Simmons, Lucic Foligno. Take a look at the defensemen here. Brent Burns, Letang, Yossi Giordano, and Goligoski, and PK Subban. So some pretty big names on the defensive side there calling it quits this season. Good for them. And as far as goalies go, Mike Smith and Yaroslav Halak there. The biggest names on the goaltending front. Craig Anderson, great career as well. And then on the backup side, you have Koskinen, Francois, and Hammond calling it quits. So we're going to head into the draft here, guys, and see what we can get with our first round pick. Alright, guys, let's just take a look at the draft class here. No franchise players in this draft, but the top 5 picks look to be quite good. So we'll just go see who... Oh, no, I don't want to trade for picks right now. Sorry. I want to see who they get. An 83, very impressive. Seattle gets an 82 overall. Minnesota gets a 79 overall. LA gets a 76 overall, and Arizona also gets a 73 overall. So wow, those picks, even though medium elites, they fell pretty hard after that 3rd pick there. So we'll go to our pick, guys. We have number 16 here. I'm going to take Mikhail Kuznetsov here. He's got a 50-50 highly potential, so even if he doesn't end up being elite, he's probably going to be like a top 6. 4 years ETA, you know, that could go, you know, depending how he develops. He's got a B- shooting already, looks pretty good. Got good agility, foot speed, passing ability here. And then he does have these superstar abilities. I like the way he looks. I'm going to take him over this medium top 6 guy, mostly because of that potential. You know, it's very rare to get a high elite potential guy. And again, 17 years old. So I like the way he looks, and we'll take him, and hopefully this isn't a bust. So 60 overall, high top 9. So, I mean, honestly, high top 9 coming out of the draft. Not bad. I wish his overall was a bit better, though. Not the best pick, but we'll go to our next one, number 31 here. Take Ivan Dmitriev here. He's got a, you know, almost guaranteed minimum top 6 potential. 3 years ETA, though, so, you know, a guy who can definitely play with us. I like the way he looks. Good stats here. B- on shooting already. B- on physical. You know, strengths listed as defensive zone play. So these skills are absolutely going to develop quite nicely. You also have the Wheels superstar ability. So I like the looks of him. He's projected to go 27, so people skipped out on him. But he looks like a solid pick here. And he's a 62 overall, medium top 6. So not a bad pick at all at the end of the first round here. Went to our next pick, number 60. My next pick is going to be Michael Perry here, 18 years old. He's got a 50-50 low potential, but 3 years NHL ETA. A- for shooting, quite, you know, pretty nice skills here. Strengths listed as defense and offensive zone plays, along with the foot speed here. Put up very good numbers, honestly, for only averaging 16 minutes of ice time. I like the looks of him listed as a sniper here, projected to go 65th. You know, I like him over this guy here, even though he has an X factor here. You know, this guy just wasn't putting up a bunch of, you know, not as good numbers, so I like the looks of this guy here. We'll take him in a 62 overall. Low top 6, not bad at all. That's a solid pick. We'll go to our next one, number 70. As our next selection is going to be Per Nylander, 18 years old, pretty solid low top 9 potential here, 4 years ETA. You can see his puck skills, his shooting quite good actually, strength listed to be a goal scorer and offensive instincts. You know, skating, not going to be the fastest guy, but we can roll with that. Based on his other skills, top 9 forward, looks like those skills will develop quite nicely. Projected to go 74th, let's take him. And he's a 59 overall, low top 6. So pretty good pick here. Not bad, and we'll go to our next pick. Select Emiliano Gruel here, low top 6 potential. Fits into our team scheme quite nicely, 3 years ETA. His skills look pretty solid for where we're at in the draft. We're in the 5th round here, right? 143rd overall. Put up decent numbers here. So let's take him and we'll see what he ends up being. He's a 60 overall, low top 9, so not a bad pick at all, especially for being in round 5. And we'll go to our next pick, number 175. Digging down here in the bottom of the barrel in the 6th round, we have Sergei Svitov here, 17 years old, almost a guaranteed medium bottom 6 potential, 5 years NHL ETA, so does have a lot of room to develop here. I mean, stats for a 6th round pick, not bad. Got a good work ethic, leadership ability there. So, you know, I feel like he's the best option, you know, looking at the potentials here. Most, you know, solidly scouted player that we have. So we'll take him, and he's a 54 overall medium bottom 6, so the potential was spot on. I like that pick for a 6th rounder, and we'll go to our 7th round pick, number 207. Alright guys, we're going to go to our next highest ranked player here, Mari Pelech. The scouts like him being in the 7th round. He's got a low top 9 potential. Looks pretty decent. Scouts got his skills listed quite well. Defensive zone play listed as a strength, and 4 years ETA. So we're going to take him here in the 7th round, and he is a 60 overall. So not bad at all, and we have one more 7th round pick, number 220. Just like Adam DeVries here, 18 years old. This is a power forward. Skills, honestly, not terrible, being like the last pick in the draft for us. ETA 5 years and a potential superstar ability, but not really focused on that. More so the potential. It's kind of like the highest ranked guy we have here, so we'll see what he ends up being. A medium bottom 6, so not terrible. 7th round pick, not bad at all. And that'll do it for the draft, guys. Honestly, not the best draft class as a whole. I feel like the picks definitely fell off pretty hard, especially in the 1st round. But you know what? I like, probably like our first 3 picks were kind of solid. Actually, up to Nylander, the first half picks were kind of pretty decent. And we'll go into the re-sign phase here. Alright guys, so taking a look at our contracts, we need 2 left wingers, a right winger, and potentially a goalie. So I'm going to lock into the left wingers first here. We have Adrian Kempe, 28 years old, 83 overall. He actually sims quite well, and he does tend to grow even into his 30s. Like, I've seen him at like 34 and get up to like an 87, so he would actually be a good add. He fits well into our bottom pairing. I'm going to see if I can get him for 2 years at maybe like, keep it at 2.5 maybe, or 2.525. See what he says to this. That would be a good add for us. So I realize Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is a free agent. He's 26 years old, 87 overall. He is an RFA, unfortunately, but I feel like if maybe we could lock him in for... Oof. He goes up so much. We'll do 2.9. We'll offer him this and see what he says. That would be a good add on the goaltending front for our team. We could still have Blomqvist as a backup. So we're going to offer him this for the 2 years and see what he says. Guys, Jamie Benn is a free agent. He's only asking for 1 year. I'm going to do 3.2. Send him this offer. He fits well into our 3rd line. I feel like just for 1 season, while a couple more of our rookies grow, like we have some rookies who are growing really well, but they do need another year in the AHL to develop just a bit more until they're NHL ready. So I feel like he would be a good veteran to bring in here, pop on that bottom 6 line and see how he does. So we'll see what he says to this. Alright guys, so Jamie Benn accepted our offer. This is a great add for us just for 1 season. It's going to bring some great veteran experience to the team, have him play on that 3rd or 4th line, so great signing for us. And then we also added Adrian Kempe. This is a absolutely awesome add. 20 years old, so he still has several, really solid seasons. I think he's going to help out the team a lot moving forward. We also renewed Blomqvist for 3 seasons, only asking like 875K or something. So he's up to an 81 overall, so he's quite good. Basically got him for free, so good ad for us. Nichushkin here is a free agent. He's only asking for 1 year. We're going to give him 1 year at 1.1. Like, that's such a cheap contract. He's a great player. 82 overall. He fit into our third or fourth line, provides some really great depth scoring for us for a year. Again, we just have a couple rookies who need an extra year to develop, so this would be a good signing if we can lock him in for the year. Alright guys, so we lock in Travis Konechny for the next 3 seasons, I believe. He came down from like 5.5 million to 4.9 if we offered him the extra year, so that's exactly what we did. He's a phenomenal player. He's going to be great, a great right winger for the next several seasons for us. Alright guys, so Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen actually accepted our offer, but again, the Sabres do have a chance to match the offer. Given how good he is, I feel like the chances of that are quite high. But, you know, it would be great if they don't match it and we could get him on our team. Alright guys, there it is. The Buffalo Sabres have chosen not to match our offer. So we do give up next season's second round pick. You know, not really concerned about that. Considering that's a huge boost to our goaltending situation. He's an 87 overall. Still young, so we do have him for a few more years, which is great. Alright guys, so as we head into the 2024-25 season here, I just want to show you our contract situation and what we did on the off season. So for our centers here, we're going to have Suzuki, Poling, Jaeger, and Frost. Rory's actually looking really good for us, but he's going to spend 1 more year on our AHL team. You know, he has his superstar abilities. I mean, he's just looking like a really good player for us. We did get him on an extension here, 2 seasons at $1 million, so you know, very cheap there. I like that signing. And then our left wingers here, we got Caulfield's up to medium franchise potential, like absolutely unreal. Then we got Ben for the year, Kempe for 2, and also Bunting for 1 more year. So left winger's looking really, really nice. In the system here, you know, Heineman looks like he could end up, you know, being called up. He's looking pretty solid, and then obviously we'll be monitoring some of our other rookies, see how they develop, see if we want to bring any of them up. Otherwise, you know, we can always like re-sign Ben or whoever for an extra year. Right winger's looking pretty stacked, not gonna lie. We got Anderson, Konechny, Velarde, and Yolanen. I always mispronounce his name. Konechny was a great signing for us. We got him for 3 seasons. He's still gonna grow a decent amount. Like, he's a very good player. He's gonna be a great ad for us, great player for us. And then obviously Velarde and Yolanen for the next year. Looking at our defense is pretty locked in, to be quite honest. We got Ferentz and Romanov locking it down, followed by Sanheim, Barron, who's looking very, very good for us here, up to an 83 overall. I mean, yeah, this kid is really, really good. We got him on an extension there. Very good contract. Malou also looking really great as well. Norlinder there developing quite nicely for being a bit older. And then Moverar probably just going to go back to the minors since we do have our top 6 here. Looking at our goalies here, we got Luukkonen here locked in for the next couple seasons. So I like that signing. Only 2.9 million. I mean, he's only 26 years old. He's probably going to ask for a pretty big contract once those 2 years are up. But we'll see what ends up happening with that. So those are our contracts, guys. I really like the work we did this off season. We're looking pretty good headed into this next season here. So I do want to sim up to the new year, and I do want to sim through the preseason before we end this episode just to see how we do, and we'll take things from there. Alright guys, so before we sim the preseason, I just want to show our lines headed into the season. Caulfield's up to a 93 now, which is insane. So is Suzuki. We have Konechny up there on the first line. Mostly for the chemistry, I'd rather that +3, quite honestly, than the +2. And he's great. Josh Anderson, Jaeger, and Kempe locking it down on the second line. Jaeger's up to an 86. Kid is absolutely insane. Third line, very solid. Velarde, Frost, and Ben. And then our fourth line, we got Bunting, Poling, and Yolanen. So a very good fourth line. I mean, the depth on this team is quite nice this season, honestly. And then our defensemen here, Romanov and Barron there on the top line. I think Barron's good enough to be a top pairing defenseman. We'll see how he does this season. We do get that +1. And then we got Ferentz and Malou and Struble and Sanheim. So, 24-year-old, 22-year-old, 26, 25, and 23. Sanheim is our oldest defenseman at 29. So, we've got a very young defensive core here. If you want to take a look at our goalies, Luukkonen's up to an 88 now. Absolutely insane. Georgiev backing him up there, still an 82, so that's a good backup for us. Take a look at our special teams here. Our power plays look so nice. This first line is absolutely disgusting. +5. I mean, they're going to be popping off this season. Second line there, getting a +2 on that second unit power play. Very, very good second unit there as well. Four-man power plays, also very solid. +2 on the first line, and a even correlation, although slightly over that 50-50 mark, which is good. On that second unit, our PK looks extremely good. +3 on that first unit and a +1 on the second. And our 3-man PKs, even correlations all around, which is just fine. And then just want to show our AHL team looks very good this season. We got Joshua Roy here is an 83 overall, with Bobby Brink who's an 81. And then we got McGroarty there is an 80. So these three guys definitely going to make the team next season. Maybe even this season at some point, but I feel like they're just going to tear it up in the AHL this year. We're definitely going to be bringing them up next year. So, signing those 1-year contracts for Bunting, Velarde and stuff proved to be really good, because now we have these guys, we can substitute them in. And I just really like the looks of them. And then our defense pairings look really good. Again, pretty, some young guys here. Got a 22-year-old there. Caden Gooley's still 23, so very good pairings. I like the correlation there. Look at our goalies. Blomqvist up to an 83. He's developing very well for us. I think, one more year, let Georgiev go, have him be our official backup. Look at the special teams here. Good power play units there. So I like the way our AHL team looks, but I absolutely love the way our NHL team looks. The Habs here looks so good. The top line is almost at a +5. Well, as X Factor abilities they contribute. But yeah, I just love the way that the chemistry is looking here. And we'll go sim through the preseason here. So sim the preseason, we went 2-5. Honestly, don't know. Maybe we need a coaching change or something. I gotta take a look at our coaches, see their chemistry, interactions, and stuff. Our coach is an A coach. He's got A pluses across the board in most things. His coach influence is an A- or a B+ or something. But we're gonna start, taking a look at our coaches, because our players, there's no reason we should be losing these kinds of games. Our chemistry is just too good. We have too good of a depth, too good of players on a team to be losing like that in the preseason. But again, you never know what can happen in the regular season. We may just pop off or something like that. But again, I think we have a good team this year. Going into 25-26 season, we're already, this will be our 3rd season in. So we're doing some decent work here. I really like the way this team looks, and that'll do it for this episode, guys. I'm really liking the way this team's shaping up. We got a lot of young guys who are going to be with this franchise for a decently long time. So I'm very excited about where we can take this team. As always, if you enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Support helps me out a ton. And I'll see you back here for the next episode where we'll take on the 2025-26 season. Have a good one, y'all.